Hello, testing. Having a little bit of technical testing. Oh my goodness. Um, Having a little bit of technical difficulties this morning. Um, I hope this is working. Let's see. Okay, it says drawing cards with Michael. Okay, I think this is working now. Let me just change the title of it. Um, Mixing with Michael. Save. And then let me change the picture of this. Okay, save. All right, I think we're good. Now I can walk you through this. So I had to jump through a few little hoops, just the little minor hoops to get my audio to work. But I think I did it, and that's exciting. So what means is I can use my Logic, which is the program I use on my computer, to show you a bit about some mixes, some music that I've recorded. And one second, I'm just getting the stream ready. All right. Let me just pull up the thing so I can see if anybody's talking to me. And we'll get started. So, let's see. Let's look at that. Let's get that a little smaller. Get that settings out of the way. Boom. All right. How's that look? Can you see what it is I'm doing? Hopefully you can. I could make it a little bit bigger even. Maybe like something like that. As long as you can see me, I can see you, I think we'll be all right. I'll make that a little bigger. That'll work. Whatever. All right, so this is my song called Switch. I wrote this song. I can hear myself. I wrote this song last weekend. And I wrote it about my old dog that I had before the campfire, and just about the feeling of kind of regret of how I couldn't take care of him post-fire and how we never got too close. So that's kind of the background of what the song's about. And I just wanted to kind of show you my, I guess I can't show you my setup right now, but next time I'll do that. Today I just wanted to show you a little bit of how I put together a song here in Logic. So let's get started. The first thing I did was record the guitar, so let's see if you can hear this. I hope you can. Through the stream. This is a guitar That's it. Five notes So, here we are. This is my guitar riff here. In 5 again. I had detuned my guitar to, I don't know what the tuning was, but just changed a few strings around. Hi. Oh, you can't hear me while the track is playing. Thank you, Evan. I'm struggling to get a screen configuration on my screen where I can see what people are typing, but also can make sure that so I can see logic. But here I am. Yes, here's this little Fiverr guitar riff. I detuned my guitar and just picked a few chords that I just really liked. I felt moody this day that I record this, and it comes out in the final song for sure. But yeah, what I thought was interesting about this is that the pattern is this. It's like 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 da 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 da. Logic output. I'm gonna turn that down. Something like that. Maybe that helps. Maybe that helps right there. Logic down. Something like that. Anyways, yes, I had this quick 5 going on, and then I was feeling it though, kind of in halftime. So more like, actually, I guess that's quarter time. 1 2 3 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I thought that kind of a fast moving cyclone of notes with the slower implied rhythm over it. There's something about that I really like. I've used that technique before in a song or two. So let's see if with this drum. So what I did, I think next was add this little drum beat just so I could get a feel for where what the rhythm is. So I added this electronic drum, just played it in. And at first it was a little bit more complicated. I had like a few more notes going on, but let me mute the drum. Okay, so it's just the drum. Yeah, it had a few more things going on, but I just changed it to just these 3 elements: the kick, snare, and then this kind of wood block or whatever that is, rim shot. And the timing on that again follows the slower timing. So 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3. So that already was interesting enough for me. As far as a textural thing, let's see. I just plugged in my guitar direct in and used like a built-in Logic amp called Heavenly Tweed. I liked the reverb. I always send my reverb like this. I go to all my tracks and I bus. A bus is like it's like putting your audio on a bus, and you go to your little, and then they go to their own little area. So I bus a little bit of the sound from each track to an area that I put reverb on, which is the kind of space sound. So that's what gives it. So without the reverb, it would sound like this. And with a bunch of it gives it. So I had it around here, somewhere in the middle. Anyways, so we got drums, we got a guitar. Yeah, there's only a few chords in this song. I think. Oh yeah, for the chorus I go up to this chord. And I keep that 5 feel the whole time in the guitar. And actually I improvised when I was recording. I didn't have the song written. I just improvised that chorus chords and I said, ooh, that's nice. So I did it again. I actually did the whole guitar take in one take, no overdubs. And I just kind of made up the song structure in my head as I was recording, which was actually how I do things a lot. So after that, after I had the guitar and I had a rhythm, I added this second guitar, same guitar setting. So it goes dong dong, this sound. Here we go. And my thought with this one was just to write a melody by kind of using my guitar, soloing. So I just kind of kept it simple and wrote what was in my head, playing over this other melody. And then this part, when I got to the chorus, I didn't really have a melody, so I just started playing these single 1 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2, which reminds me of like explosions in the sky. So that's why I harmonized it with this one. And I think that's the only area that the harmony guitar comes in. It's just for that little chorus. But man, I was really vibing on that one night or last weekend. I had this much, and I just kind of was tired and let that wash over me for a bit before I started the vocals. Before I get to the vocals, I'll do the rest of the instruments. I'll walk you through it a little bit. So yeah, let's see. I have a bass. I think I used a fretless bass. Simple bass line. Let's see. Doo-doo. Probably can't hear it through whatever speaker. This is just I think I just yeah, nothing complicated on the bass. With the fretless, I like to kind of have little slides in there, and whenever I have a slow, moody song, I just kind of I like the fretless because I can slide around and be a little wonky with it. All right, what else do we got here? Oh, this dynamic soft pad. I like adding synths to most of my songs just because there's so many different sounds that you can get with synthesizers. There's always one that I'm like, ooh, that blends well. For this song, I just use this kind of really soft, warm sound. And I started just with 2 notes, but then I expand to 4 here. So I wanted it to start kind of with the 2 notes. I think it's a 5th. It's very stable, so listen to the beginning here. Yeah, I had to wait lower, but it gives it that kind of stable, solid Mains'l. But then the second chord, it opens up. See if you can hear that. All right. So I was thinking of the lyrics actually at this point. But the lyric is Basil, my dog's name. Why can't you be a good boy? So it's like all of a sudden this kind of dark lyric almost. So I wanted to kind of change the mood, make it a little bit more emotional musically with that. There's at least one more synth right here. What is this? Oh, I wanted to emphasize the chorus, that 5 pattern. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. So I added this sound to the chorus, just to emphasize that 5, because I haven't talked about this yet. The chorus I really changed. I did something rhythmically that is really weird, but I think it worked. So I had this 5. Let's go back to just the guitars, the drums. 1 2 3 4 5 1. But then on the vocals, I decided to do I was feeling the pressure of the emotions I was building up, and I started singing in a 3 pattern. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. So this is how it sounds together. believe I couldn't keep a dog for more than 7 months. So they don't really line up, which I kind of like. And then after that 7 months, then I kind of reset. But I reset like a 16th note late. I regret the day I met you. Can't believe I couldn't keep a dog for more than 7 months. I can save you from a fire, but I can't save you somewhere nice to sleep. I wish it all had been a little different. So I guess it's not late. I start back up with the drums, and I don't carry the 3 the whole time. And I also added, to emphasize that, this cymbal sound. You can. This is like a digital cymbal. It goes. Tss, 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 tss. Actually, I think I added the cymbal first, and that's what gave me the idea. Just listen to how these 2 rhythms interact with the cymbal and that 5. So yeah, it's kind of 2 separate rhythms going on at once, which is something I like to do in my songs. I kind of I love math and I love puzzles, and when I do, that's why I like odd time signatures so much, is because it doesn't come easy. To write a melody, it's almost like a puzzle. Where do I have to extend a note, or where do I have to cut it, or what could I put on top of this that's something different? So that's what I did here. Let's see what else I got on here. Oh yeah, I used a shaker too. The last thing I did, actually, last thing I did was add a shaker. Where are you? I think it's this guy. 2 shakers. And that was just actually this guy, this skull shaker that I got for Olive that she likes. And also an egg shaker. So 2 different shakers. They sound very similar, but might as well have some there. And I have them panned hard left and hard right. So here's my shakers. So they're not quite in sync, but they sound fine together. My idea with the shaker was to kind of make that steady quarter note pulse more apparent. That 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. I think that it really grounds the song. So if you add that and some bass and the drums, so now you get this sense of this slow, lumbering sound. And then add this guitar. And with that all, it kind of gives me like this motion, kind of like I'm working something out. Now, I think that's all for the sonic part of that. I did a little EQing on each track. EQ is just this guy here. Actually, it doesn't. Does it pull it up? Let me see. Oh, it doesn't. When I pull up a plugin, it doesn't pull up my thing. But anyways, you can see. Next time I'll have a little mouse cursor so you can see where I'm pointing. This is the first try. I wonder if I can do that real quick. Let's see. It's just the mouse guy. Show Windows. I don't know. I'm not gonna mess with it right now. So, oh yeah. So the lyrics. I didn't know what the song was going to be about. I don't think until about, when I was pretty close to recording all the instruments. I was like, okay, I got to have words here. And I know I want to follow that guitar melody. And I had an idea of singing low. I thought that would be nice. I've been more interested in singing low recently just because, I don't know, I feel like I've done the falsetto thing a lot. Oh, yeah. So, I don't know. It's nice to change it up. So I doubled my vocals. I have 2 of myself singing. Why can't you be a good boy? And I like to hit people over the head sometimes with my lyrics as much as I can with like something that's honest, and that I feel completely, and something that's anybody could understand pretty quickly without having to, without much poetry to it, or without much confusion. So I start with Basil. Why can't you be a good boy? Which I think by itself works. Again, you already know, like, oh man, I'm questioning my dog. And then the next line really settles it. With we could have kept you. There we go. Now we got the double. Yeah. So yeah. Why can't you be a good boy? We could have kept you. So we already know. Michael, he doesn't have that dog no more. And then I kind of get a little bit more poetic with the line, I barely see your jet black eyes shine in the night. Partially that lyric stemmed out of just a need for syllables, but also partly I wanted to get the darkness of his eyes, because I mean dogs, a lot of them have blackish eyes, especially at night, and you can see them shining. Like if you shine a light on them, they'll like glow back at you. And I said that I barely can see that because I just like want to get the sense that I didn't really feel at the time a relationship with this animal. Me and him, he was a little puppy, and well, he wasn't little, he was big puppy and just very crazy all the time, running around, getting into things. So it was just and I didn't have him for long enough to train him before the fire. So yeah, I never like got that nice bond where I trusted him or anything. So that's what I went with that line. I can barely see your eyes shine in the night. I was thinking something along those lines of we just didn't really relate. So here's where the switch comes from this slow 5 to the override of the 3s. I regret the day I met you. Can't believe I couldn't keep a dog for more than 7 months. I could save you from a fire, but I can't save you somewhere nice to sleep. I wish it all had been a little different. So I think the first time I sang that lyric, I improvised it. It's a little harsh. I regret the day I met you is a hard thing to say to anybody. And I don't really feel that way completely. But I thought it was a powerful lyric. So when I'm writing songs, I like to exaggerate a little bit how I'm feeling. Which I get questions from my mother about all the time. Like, I can't believe you feel that way about me. I'm like, Mom, it's a song. I can play a character. And don't forget that when you're doing your own writing, is you can play a character and be a bad person if you want. Or you could be a nicer person than you really are, whatever you want to do. A lot of people show their best qualities in songs, but I think it's interesting to explore some of your weaknesses. But yeah, I improvised that. At least the first time. Might have cleaned it up after that, but I can save you from a fire, which I did. Picked him up, put him in the car, drove down the hill. Campfire. Can save you from a fire, but I can't save you somewhere nice to sleep. You know. So that's that. Second verse. Monday morning, I woke up nauseous. Oh. Okay, so Monday morning I woke up nauseous. So this is about this is where it's getting. Sorry, it's a little dark. This is where I am just kind of dealing with the regret of like, wow, maybe I could have kept the dog. I know the house I moved into didn't allow animals, but I probably could have convinced her, or just left him with a friend for a little bit and then took him back or whatever. But that's not what happened. So I feel some regret about that, in honesty. So that's where that line came from. Monday morning, I woke up nauseous. I actually don't know, the morning, if it was a Monday or whatever, but I don't know, just sounded right. 1, 2, yeah. Oh, and then the next lyric is, I don't want to yell at a dog again. So that's another thing I regret, was that we never got close enough to where, like, I didn't have to yell at him for doing stuff all the time. He was, he'd chew on things or go to the bathroom in the house or whatever. But so I'd like yell at him a lot and put him outside or whatever. But he didn't train him enough for him to learn yet. So I don't know. I felt regret that our only relationship was this discipline relationship. And then the last lyric of the verse is, the tail under hiding is mine. And that's kind of the fear that I have of getting a new pet. It's like, am I just a bad owner? Do I not know how to take care, to train dogs? I don't know. So that's the final lyric there. And then it goes back to my same lyrics for the first half, but then I switch it up the second half. What does that say? Second half I switch it to what's that say about me? And I wish I could make it up, but I don't know where he is anymore. Because he got rehomed and he's probably somewhere really happy now, but I have no idea, and there's no way for me to know. So, that's that. Sorry, it's a little bit dark, but hey, I had so much fun recording this, and I really got into the space where I just felt really connected with my music while I was singing it. I felt honest, and also I think it ticked the box of like musically interesting to me too, because of the timing stuff. Here, I'll just let it play out, and you can see the little things move around. difficulties. Hopefully that was enlightening to anybody that's interested in how a song is kind of crafted, put together. Maybe if I do this again, I'll get a little bit more into the mixing of it, or even the recording. I had an idea to record a whole song live. I think that might be fun to try. Anyways, I hope y'all are well. Take care.